Hello, my friends. I'm back. I have a problem. I got a book for creating your own tarot deck. Some time ago, let me fix this camera. Boop, boop. Some time ago, I bought a coloring your own tarot deck. I will link it. And I was underwhelmed. So I went looking and I found this, and I made sure to actually look through on the website to ensure I would be getting what I wanted. And I hope, I manifest that this is the one. So this is how it came. I ordered it on Amazon. $10 American. I'm Canadian. I definitely paid more than that. Let's look. Now, this is still too close. There. Okay. So, full set of cards to color. We've got our contents. Sorry about the glare. Let's see if I can like slightly bend things so you can see. So it comes like it's like magazine quality, this book. Oh, we've got a little introduction. And oh, it looks like a tiny bit of history. Choice of decks. Yeah, it talks about the most popular, and that would be the Rider-Waite, which I've mentioned several times on this channel. Hopefully that's not too repetitive. It's just in case it's somebody's very first video. Okay, so there's a little bit about the suits, the timing. This is good. I like this. So this is a great little beginner book, I think. We've got the major spread. If you're just starting, I would not start with this. This is a lot. This, like a 3-card spread, and you can use this is one of the most versatile spreads of all time. You know, past, present, future. A lot of others that I'm completely blanking on right now. And you can, like, you still learn about the relationship between the cards, but it's not as overwhelming as a spread like this. Because cards are not meant to be read individually. It can also be about the relationship between the cards, and that's something I'm still struggling with, like reading them together. So, oh, sample reading. That's nice. I like that. So they give you an example. Oh, so we've got the meanings of the cards. Very nice. Gives them lots of space too, which I like. So I'm expecting that this is going to be the art that I'm going to see on the cards. And so far I'm liking it. Oh, this death card is pretty intense. Look at that. It looks like he's purposely attacking as opposed to like just going through town. Temperance. Oh, I like this temperance. Attitude. Sass. Oh, this is nice. So, temperance, or yeah, sorry, the star here, very artfully covered so I don't have to like, oh, isn't that interesting? Okay, so the devil card here. Usually there's like 2 people looking up and they're in shackles, and like that's still true, but instead on this card, they're little demons too. They're not humans in subjugation to the devil. That's pretty interesting. Here we go. So it's gonna, oh, okay. So here's the cards. Smooth paper quality. And it looks like I punched them out. Should I punch them out with you all? Oh, okay. So here's the back, already colored in. I'm a fan. The other deck I got, which I've been underwhelmed with, the backs are not colored. Very cool. Let me just pause for 1 second. Where is that deck? Okay. My friend made this for me. Thank you, friend. I'll double check with her to make sure she's okay with me sharing her name before I do. So here are the cards. I wonder. Oh, they're way bigger. Way bigger. So I like that these are fully reversible. The eye kind of creeps me out. I don't know. Like, it's valid. I understand why an eye. And then, so the backs of these, I do enjoy. It is a little intricate for something you have to color. I really struggled with this deck keeping in the lines. And obviously, I kind of stopped fully coloring because I was just getting, like, I figured what I would do is first color the backs, like the background, and then go in and fill. I'm kind of over this deck. I was really underwhelmed and disappointed by the minor arcana. It's just one image, and the more, like, the border is really, really intense. That's going to get exhausting fast. Now, one good thing I can say about this is the majority of these cards I colored with Crayola markers, you know, the super tips, and it does not come through. Alcohol markers, however, do. Like this card right here, you can see that it bled a little bit, but I wasn't, luckily I had used like a reddish brown, and I was like, oh, when I color this, it'll be okay because its wands should be dark, fiery colors, like warm colors. But as you can see, like if there's only one sword on the card, the intricacy is not a problem. However, we get to the Seven of Cups. Look at this. How are you supposed to stay in the lines? So I ended up very frustrated. And then these cards are so big. Like, look at this. Now, I do have small hands, but like they're the size of my hand. They, like, look, how do you shuffle? So I would have to, I realized I'm going to have to trim these. And then after I trim them, like, how exactly do I trim them? Because if you take a standard card, I would even have to trim the actual art itself. Like, I wouldn't even be able to keep, you know, and it's a shame because I like the font. Anyway, I did not come to complain about this deck. What I thought about doing, I've been developing very slowly. I'm just getting the ideas out right now, but I've got an idea of what I've been calling my perfect deck. What do I want to see in a deck, and can I create it? And I like diversity. I like fantasy. I like, I want to see kind of like a joy in this particular deck that I'm trying to develop. So what I was thinking of doing is getting these cards, making them, and then like gluing something, them to this, and then trimming these cards to the size of the cards that I'll be printing. And then I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I did consider finishing and like coloring them in completely and giving them as a gift. But nobody I know has large enough hands to handle this deck. Like, look at this. So if you guys have any ideas of what I can do with this deck, because this was hours of work. All the backs are colored for the most part. Like all the backgrounds are, but only 2 or 3 cards are completely like done. Like even the flowers and stuff are colored. And I didn't like the way it looked. I do like that it's all different. Oh, there's one. But when I was coloring it one at a time like this, I was spending hours on one, like ages. Anyway, so I'm excited that this one, the backs are already done. Let's punch these out and see how easy that is to do. Now, the problem is if this is going to be your first deck, how much was this? Yes, $10. This is a great price. Like, you're not going to find cheaper, right? Even this, like a very standard Rider weight, no bells and whistles. This was like 20 bucks. I am Canadian, which is going to drive the price up, but you know, the drawback of this is it's not really doable to carry this whole book with you after you're done coloring. I could totally see the value of keeping it as a book while you're coloring. Makes it easier, but if you don't know your associations, how are you supposed to carry all of this? So let's punch these out. I want to see how easily these come out. Not bad. It's been very difficult for me to wait. I've been dying to color these, but I wanted to review it with you. And my life has been wild, so I haven't had time. Okay, so when we're taking them out, there is a need for gingerness, and I'm gonna have to go back. Can you? It's hard to see. I'm gonna have to go back and trim that a little bit more. They are quite thin, thinner than these. What if, right? What if we do that? What if, see, I tore it already. And then I trim this, and then we just glue them together. And then, right? I think this one is going to be a lot easier to color because the art style is a lot more simple. So thank you. Who did the art? Who did this? It doesn't say. That's so rude. Oh, neat. So they separated the majors from the minors. And what I like about a coloring book is I can control, you know, what colors I want. I'm gonna be putting in my associations. I like to have the astrological associations with my cards, so I'm gonna be putting those on there. Now what I did with this other deck was, one, I mostly used Crayola, but I did use an alcohol marker, and I used a Tombow, and I would have used more, but those are heckin' expensive, because I wanted to see if there was a difference between what bled and what didn't, and indeed there was. My intention, my plan is to do the same for this, and I will make sure to get back to you about that to see, you know, how it treats me and if it bleeds. And if it does bleed, it's gonna kind of be okay, because I think it might be good to trim it to this, because these cards, they're thin. Like, yeah, they're heckin' thin. So that makes me a little nervous. Yeah. The beauty of crafting your own deck, though, is having that really kind of tight bond with your deck. Like, working with it, I think this deck and I will end up getting along well if I can properly pull them out without driving myself insane. Like, look, I've ripped it. You can barely see it, but that I haven't even shuffled them and it's ripped. Okay, so that's the Create Your Own Tarot deck. I will make sure to get back to you once I've got them colored, and then maybe I would love to have a sit and chat, an update with y'all, and I can just work on gluing them with y'all. So it'll be kind of, you know, not the most exciting video, but I can give y'all life updates because I was absent for a while. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've been dying to get back to it. So I've been your local art witch, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.